You've probably been taught that vegetable oils are better, that they're safer than butter, that switching to canola or soybean oil will lower your cholesterol and protect your heart. But modern science is rewriting that story. And fast. Refined seed oils, the ones so often promoted as heart healthy, are doing damage from the inside out. They're inflammatory, they're unstable, and they're everywhere. Let's talk about what makes these oils so dangerous. The issue lies in their omega-6 fatty acid content, particularly linoleic acid. Our bodies need a certain balance of fats, including both omega-3s and omega-6s. But today's modern diet has thrown that balance wildly out of proportion. Before the industrial food era, humans consumed omega-6 and omega-3 at a ratio of roughly 1 to 1. Now, thanks to seed oils, we're looking at a ratio closer to 20 to 1. That imbalance is a recipe for disaster. Why? Because omega-6 fats promote inflammation when they're consumed in excess, especially in their refined, oxidized forms. Inflammation isn't just about sore joints. It's a silent fire that burns within your tissues. It's been linked to heart disease, type 2 diabetes, obesity, autoimmune disorders, cancer, neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's, even accelerated skin aging. And yet, every time you eat out at a restaurant, open a bag of chips, or grab a healthy protein bar, chances are you're feeding that fire. Let's take a deeper look into how these oils attack your body. Inside your cells, every membrane is made of fat. The quality of that fat determines how well your cells function. When your diet is high in damaged seed oils, the fat inside your body literally changes. This means your cell membranes become less flexible, less responsive, and more prone to inflammation. Over time, your body becomes a breeding ground for dysfunction. Think of your body like a house. If the building materials are weak and unstable, the structure begins to crumble. That's what happens when seed oils are used to build your cells. Now, think about this. These oils aren't just affecting your metabolism or your weight. They're affecting your brain. Your brain is nearly 60% fat. When it's constantly bombarded with oxidized fats, your risk of neurodegeneration increases. A groundbreaking study in the Journal of Lipid Research found that high linoleic acid intake was associated with increased markers of oxidative stress in the brain, a key factor in cognitive decline and memory loss. So while you might think you're choosing a lighter oil when you drizzle canola on your salad or cook your eggs with vegetable oil, you might be accelerating the aging of your brain. But it doesn't stop there. These oils can actually damage your gut, too. Emerging research shows that refined seed oils disrupt the gut lining, promoting intestinal permeability, commonly known as leaky gut. When that gut barrier is compromised, toxins, bacteria, and undigested food particles escape into your bloodstream, triggering widespread inflammation and potentially setting the stage for autoimmune disease. Do you see the pattern? Everything leads back to inflammation, and inflammation is the root of most chronic disease. Now let's talk about something even more troubling. These oils aren't just harmful on their own. They become even more dangerous when heated. When you fry food in vegetable oils, you generate toxic compounds like aldehydes, lipid peroxides, and advanced glycation end products, all of which have been shown to damage DNA, alter cellular signaling, impair mitochondrial function, increase cancer risk. One study published in Toxicology Reports found that repeated heating of vegetable oil significantly increased the levels of mutagenic compounds, chemicals known to cause genetic mutations. Yet what do most fast food restaurants use? Vegetable oil. What do most people fry with at home? Vegetable oil. And what's in almost every processed snack, cracker, or frozen dinner on the shelves? You guessed it, vegetable oil. We're swimming in this stuff. And the result? A nation riddled with obesity, fatigue, autoimmune disease, and cognitive decline, all while blaming sugar alone. But there's another lie we've been sold. These oils are often marketed as cholesterol lowering. And they do. But lowering cholesterol isn't always a good thing. Lowering LDL cholesterol doesn't automatically mean better heart health, especially if that cholesterol is being replaced by unstable, inflammatory fats. A 2016 reevaluation of the Minnesota Coronary Experiment, one of the largest controlled studies on dietary fats, found that replacing saturated fat with linoleic acid lowered cholesterol, but actually increased mortality risk. People were dying faster. even though their cholesterol numbers looked better. It was a shocking finding, and it directly contradicted decades of dietary guidelines. But here's the worst part. The results were buried for 40 years. That study was completed in 1973, but it was only fully published and reanalyzed in 2016. Why? Because it didn't support the narrative that seed oils were healthy. This isn't conspiracy. It's history, and it's time the truth came out. Now, you may be wondering, if these oils are so bad, why are they everywhere? Why are food companies still using them? Simple. They're cheap, they're shelf-stable, and they're profitable. Seed oils are extracted from crops subsidized by the government, especially in the United States. Corn, soy, canola. These industries are massive, and they've been built into our food system. Refined oils extend shelf life, make chips crispier, and keep baked goods moist. But the cost isn't paid at the register. It's paid with your health. So now that you know the truth, what can you do about it? Now that you understand just how dangerous these oils can be, how they trigger inflammation, impair your brain, and destabilize your metabolism, the next step is awareness. Because if you don't know how to identify them, you can't avoid them. Let's walk through exactly where these oils hide and how you can spot them before they slip onto your plate. Start with your pantry. Go grab any packaged food, a box of crackers, a salad dressing, or even a plant-based milk. Flip it over. Look at the ingredients. Chances are you'll see one of these. Canola oil, soybean oil, corn oil, sunflower oil, safflower oil, cottonseed oil, grapeseed oil, or simply vegetable oil. These oils are used in bread, buns, tortillas, chips, crackers, cookies, muffins, granola, protein bars, mayo, ketchup, vegan spreads, frozen meals, microwave popcorn, sauces and dressings, nut butters, and even healthy frozen foods. They're cheap, easy to use, and allow food to last longer on the shelf, which makes them a manufacturer's dream. But for your body, they're a nightmare. And don't think restaurant meals are safe either. Even at high-end places, chefs often cook with canola oil because of its neutral flavor and high smoke point. Fast food chains almost always use soybean oil or vegetable oil blends. And deep-fried food? That's practically a cocktail of oxidized oils and inflammatory toxins. So what should you do? Simple, start replacing. Here's a list of healthy, stable oils that support your body instead of harming it. Top 6 oils to use instead of vegetable oils. 1. Extra virgin olive oil. Rich in antioxidants. Anti-inflammatory. Great for salads, light cooking. 2. Avocado oil. High smoke point. Excellent for sautéing. Loaded with heart-healthy monounsaturated fats. 3. Coconut oil. Stable under high heat. Contains medium-chain triglycerides, MCTs. Antibacterial and supportive for gut health. 4. Grass-fed ghee, clarified butter. High in butyrate, a short-chain fatty acid that supports digestion. Great flavor for cooking and baking. 5. Beef tallow/pasture-raised lard. Old-fashioned fats making a comeback. Extremely heat-stable. Contain fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, K2. 6. Cold-pressed macadamia nut oil. Rich in monounsaturated fats. Subtle, buttery flavor. Great for dressings and low-heat cooking. It's time to return to what nourished our ancestors. Because traditional fats like olive oil, butter, and tallow have been used for thousands of years, while seed oils have only existed for about 100 years. And look what's happened since they became mainstream. Heart disease skyrocketed. Obesity doubled. Diabetes became an epidemic. Alzheimer's emerged as a top killer. This isn't coincidence. It's the consequence of engineering our food for shelf life instead of real life. Let's now shift to recovery. What if you've been eating seed oils for years? What if you've unknowingly built your cells, brain, and hormones with these unstable fats? Don't panic. Your body is incredibly adaptive. It's constantly rebuilding. Every single day, your cells are repairing and replacing old material. That means, if you change what you feed them, you change what they're made of. Here's how you begin the healing process. The 7-day seed oil detox plan. Not a fast, not extreme, just real food, real healing. Day 1, awareness. Throw out or donate every item in your pantry that contains canola, soybean, corn, sunflower, or vegetable oil. Replace with extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, and coconut oil. Start reading every label before you eat. Day 2. Switch your cooking fats. Cook only with olive oil, ghee, or avocado oil. Avoid any fried or packaged foods for the day. Focus on grilled meats, steamed veggies, and whole carbs like sweet potatoes. Day 3. Anti-inflammatory boost. Add turmeric and black pepper to your meals, powerful inflammation fighters. Drink green tea or ginger tea in the afternoon. Snack on omega-3 rich foods like walnuts, chia seeds, or wild-caught salmon. Day 4. Gut repair. Include bone broth or collagen powder to support gut lining. Eat fermented foods like kimchi, sauerkraut, or kefir. Avoid alcohol and added sugar completely. Day 5. Brain rebuild. Eat wild fatty fish, salmon, sardines, or take a high-quality omega-3 supplement. Add blueberries and dark chocolate for brain protective polyphenol. Day 6. Full body clean eating. Go 100% whole food, nothing from a package. Focus on vegetables, high-quality protein, and clean fats. Drink plenty of water with lemon. Day 7. Reflection and commitment. Notice how you feel: energy, focus, digestion, cravings. Journal your experience. Make a list of permanent changes you want to keep. This is how you start over. Not with punishment, not with fear, but with informed action and renewed awareness. The food industry wants you to believe that seed oils are harmless, but your body knows better. It responds with inflammation. It reacts with fatigue. It whispers through your symptoms. Now it's time to listen, because once you remove the true culprit, not just sugar, but these silent saboteurs in your oils, you start unlocking a different version of yourself. One that's clearer, stronger, healthier, more alive. And it all starts with one decision. Don't eat what breaks you. Eat what builds you.